Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Lady Nika, and tonight we're going to talk about tonight's episode of The Have and the Have-Nots. This is season 3, episode 23, entitled Vetted. I think this is probably, I think we got about 2 or 3 more episodes before the season ends, but tonight was a good episode. It wasn't as good and had me on the edge of my seat like I was last week, but nevertheless, it's a good episode. So let's get right on into it, shall we? Tonight we start off seeing Benny and Hannah pick back up where they left off last week in the new house that Candace bought for them. And y'all remember she was asking 21 questions before dinner. Well, they done woke up, it's the next day, and she is still doing the same thing, asking this boy 21 questions about how he get the business and how he get that home. And she started asking him, is he still messing around with Veronica, because she thinking that Veronica is financing these new items that Benny has, right? But he tell her no. And Hannah decides that she's going to get so Holy Ghost filled, she's going down to the hospital to see Quincy, okay? Once she go down there to see Quincy, now keep in mind, before she go, well, once she get there, Benny run around the house looking for her because he see the car still outside. He called her, she at the hospital. Hannah has decided to walk in that neighborhood, the nicer neighborhood that they have the house in. She decides she gonna walk her ass to a bus stop. Now, where she found one in that neighborhood, I don't know. But she found a bus stop, and she rode the bus, leaving the car he had just given her behind. Child, I don't know what to tell you about this woman. I mean, this is the second car this boy bought her this season. Now, the first one, I understand, he wrecked it. She questioned him down about that one. Now she questioned, she don't trust what he's telling her about how he's getting these new items, such as a house and a business. So she decided to catch the bus, and I would have let her caught the bus. Hell, she would still been living in a fucking hood, if you ask me, because I'm not dealing with all that foolishness. Now, it's good to be concerned, but girl, sometimes those are blessings in disguise. There is a thing called blessings in disguise. Well, she gone on down there to the hospital, and the social worker, I think her name is Leah or something like that. Well, she walk up to her and they about to talk. And as they're about to have a conversation, Aaliyah's phone rings, and it's Benny, and he's asking her to, kind of walk away from his mom because he wanted to speak with her and not let his mother know. Well, the reason why is because he asking her about Candace's job situation, He's asking her, could it possibly be that because she's a new employee, the reason why he was unable to, the social worker was unable to find out exactly if she was employed there, or, how long she been employed there and what her actual position is. He got questions because he can't figure it out in his mind after he done seen this building that she's supposed to work at and actually gone into her office. Why all of a sudden now they're saying that she don't work there? Well, social worker lady says she can't give out that information, and she just hung the phone up. She go back over to Hannah, and she kind of pissed off at this point because she putting her job on the line trying to help Hannah, get custody of little Quincy, and Hannah is talking. And she told her, you telling Benny you told him what I said. And Hannah is basically trying to apologize to her, but she ain't trying to hit it, and she let Hannah know she can't see him that day either. Miss social worker lady is pissed off. She says she trying to get her shit together to help. Well, she trying to help Hannah, and Hannah she not receiving it. She talking too damn much, which Hannah talk too much any damn way, okay? Well, child, since she can't see little Q, she decided to mosey on over to the cry house because it's work time. I don't, it's like Hannah be glad to go work for them damn people. But anyway, when she get there, Catherine there with some exercise dude, some trainer dude she got there, and child, I'm like, girl, all these years Jim been cheating on you. If you deciding to finally clap back, I ain't mad at you. Go ahead on. Well, now let's go back over to Benny. He's still thinking about what Hannah and the social worker said concerning Candace's job, right? Once again, unable to just leave the shit alone, he decides to roll over to the law firm, and he goes into that office where Candace had taken him and previously had her name and everything on it. But he get there, go in there, he walks in this woman's office. Now, we see the same lady we saw last time. If y'all recall, when Candace was doing that lie to him, that charade that she had pulled off, she told... she led Benny to believe that was her office, and when the lady actually showed up, she kind of eased her way out of the situation, and Maggie explained everything to the woman. But now here Benny is back again at this place because he's trying to put two and two together and figure out how how is it that Candace don't have this job when he saw her job and her office. So he go in this woman's office and she just looking at him crazy because her and her assistant sitting in there, and they ask him, can they help him, right? Child, he cannot figure that out, and I don't understand. I mean, I would have just left the shit alone, but I guess he got his reasons, because he got his mama saying that she don't have this job, but then he got what Candace told him plus what she showed him, so he don't know really what to believe, and that's why he went over there. So, child, I don't know, baby. I would have stayed out of it. And since we talking about Candace, child, let's go over here to her house, and I don't know where Candace is, the Candace that I like, the bad bitch, the one that don't take no shit and will motherfucking, set your ass up real quick and get her coin. I don't know where this woman is. She left a couple of episodes ago, and I'm gonna need her to return, because this new Candace is not, Candace, she thinking with her pussy, not a fucking mind, and that's what's gonna lead to her destruction in the end, because she over at her house done made breakfast for this man and telling him that, she kind of like him a little bit. Well, he telling her he got to go back to New York for a few days, because remember, he supposedly took her to New York because he had business to attend to. Well, he's saying he got to go back there, and after that, he has to go fly out to Paris for a couple of days, and he's inviting her to go. Well, due to the fact that she's trying to solidify custody of her son, she's not going to go, and so he understands that she got to be there, but she tells him that, she really likes him and she want to see where this shit is going to go. Well, he said he'll be back in a few days, and he asked her if they allowed to see other people. Now, see, this is where the spidey sensor should have kicked in yet again for her. Now, did you just told this man you liking on him a whole lot? You softened up to him. You're not just sleeping with him and treating him like he a piece of old meat. You actually showing some concern, and this man is still asking you if it's cool for y'all to see other people while y'all not around each other. And that girl, so she told him, hell yeah, they can go ahead on and do that, but because by the time he come back, she'll have made up her mind whether or not she wants to have him for her and only her. And I'm like, it's gonna be a sad time in the city when she see this man for who he truly is, because I don't understand. I don't know if it's because she's going through so much, worrying about her child and everything, that she's really gotten off her game, and it's like she done forgot how she got that money. Girl, you extorted that money from Jim. You think he just gonna go away silently? Nah, he not. And I don't know if it's Jim or David, but somebody setting her up for the okie doke, and we'll see that in the next coming last episodes. But I really don't like this Candace at all. I thought she would have figured it out by now, but she hasn't. Well, child, the next thing we see, we going over there to see Maggie and Jim in the office preparing a speech withdrawing him from the governor's race. And Maggie, they're just trying to give Jim some consolation, just trying to be nice to him and be a friend, because she can understand what he's going through. Well, Jim think he's still Bo Duke from Off the Dukes of Hazzard. No, boo, you don't look that good no more. You done aged, and I'm sure all the equipment don't work like that. And I know you used to women throwing themselves at you because of the powerful position that you allegedly have in the community, but sorry, Maggie likes she want her some dark meat. She not really interested in getting with that pink meat. She ain't want that. Jim get to thinking that woman, because she's being kind to him, is some kind of way it's turning him on and making him want to have, send advances her way. This motherfucker gonna tell her that he see two things pointing at him that he won't, and some shit about taking his frustrations out on her on top of the desk and putting her on her damn knees. And I'm like, girl, damn. Everybody don't want that shrivel up thing. It don't even look like Catherine want this shit no more. So what is the tea? You better take this shit over there to Celine. And we even later on, you see that she go and tell David that Jim tried that on her. And of course, David, he always the last to know. He there trying to make excuses for how this man came on to this woman. He's saying that, it ain't like it appeared. If this man telling this woman he gonna put her on that damn desk and throw her on her knees, motherfucker, what you think that mean? And Maggie kind of frustrated with him because, hell, David is a good dude, but he see the best in everybody. And unfortunately, that's just not the case a lot of times. Everybody don't have the best intentions, and Jim damn sure don't never have them. He about self, honey. Well, after she tell him that and he give her that fucking excuse that he made up for Jim, Maggie, she introduces the idea that perhaps maybe David should run for governor of the state. And David reminded her that you told me that you didn't think that the state was prepared or ready to receive a black governor. And she tells him, based on everything that Jim has done now and how public opinion is going to feel once everybody find out what Jim has done, that interview and all of that, she feel like he might have a good chance at it and maybe he should go for trying to run for governor. So I'm assuming he's going to probably try that. All right, let's go over here to Celine's house, and guess who knock on her door? Baby Jim done popped up at Celine's house, and she ignorant as a motherfucker, because after what you did to him, I wouldn't have opened that fucking door at all. But of course, she being a single, lonely bitch, she opened up the door, and they in there talking and stuff, and he asking her why she did that. He said, I've been giving you $275,000 a year to keep your mouth closed. See, we found some shit out in this episode. Remember how we was all wondering, well, if you sleeping with this man for 28 years and you got 2 children by him, why are you living in substandard housing as if you're living pillar to post? But Jim let us know he been giving her $275,000 a year. Child. Why would he pay that to her other than the reason to keep her quiet? And what did she do with all of that money? Do the math on that. $275,000 a year times 20. That's close to a little bit over $5 million. Why is Celine over there living like a peasant? And do her boys know she got that kind of coin? I mean, I'm assuming she ain't spent this money up, because we never got a definitive answer. At least I don't remember hearing it about what she's done with this money. Child, he told her she tried to destroy him, but he really hurt her. She really hurt herself. Now, see, this is where another moment where Jim played the bitch ass role to me, because you are in the wrong 100%, and you're sitting here trying to make this woman feel like she somehow now have really fucked her own self, because nobody's gonna want to deal with her now, because she basically, I guess, she a snitch or whatever. But honey, that's not the case, because she's still going to be able to get a man to lay up with her, just like you still going to be able to get some desperate bitch to lay up with you. Don't come there with that bullshit telling that woman that her life is fucked off because she told the truth about your ass, because that's simply not the case. Celine will still be desirable to someone, and he is too. But he played on her emotion and told her she just messed herself up. Now she gonna say, well, you never loved me. He told her, oh, I did. And then this when some more tea got spilled, because we find out that Celine herself was married when this affair first began. And she had apparently told Jim at some point during the affair that she was going to go back to her husband. And he trying to tell her that he was hurt by that, and that's why he pulled away from her, because she started acting crazy and shit, okay? She gonna tell him, talking about, just make love to me one more time. And the man told her no, she messed all of that shit up. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, now Celine, why do you even want to deal with this man? This dude treats you like straight shit, and I'm sure he ain't just started doing that. He done told you why he started doing it, and you been crazy for a while, because this ain't overnight, and bitch, you still, okay, whatever. Next, we gonna mosey on over there to Jeffrey, and he coming in with breakfast for Wyatt. Now, Wyatt jumped up in Jeffrey's face, questioning him about sleeping with Landon. And I guess Jeffrey at his breaking point now, because he tired of everybody got something to say. So he told him straight up. He said he tired of him looking at him like he a disease he gay. That's who he is. That's how it's going to be. It's not going to change. And if you got a problem with me being gay, then here's a solution. Get the fuck out of my life. And it was at that moment the ties, the level in that room came to, it dropped dramatically. You know, the tension was like gone, because Wyatt gets sad and reveals to Jeffrey that he was raped inside of the prison, and his daddy let that happen to him. Now Jeffrey don't want to believe it. He's like, you know, just looking at him in disbelief, but he told him, yeah, that happened to me and my dad let it happen. Child, next thing we know, why he get his shit and he get up and he leave. Child, Jim done ran one of his kids into suicide, and now he finna run this one up. This one here crazy probably, because this boy not able to, you know, really get it together in his mind. Process the fact that he's been violated, and his daddy put him in a situation to where he could be violated. Ooh, baby, these haves and have-nots, I tell you. All right. Well, Hannah at work over there, and Catherine done called Veronica to come over there for some girl talk and makeup time, since her and Jim had that big disagreement last week when he was trying to do 1-800 choke that hoe. And Veronica asking if Jim was there, and Catherine said no. She said, oh, she hate that because that's too bad because she wanted him to be there. And I'm thinking to myself, like, goddamn, Veronica, girl, you just have zero fucks to give completely on this whole season. You ain't had no fucks to give. Well, child, she arrived over there, and her and Hannah kind of face off. And she telling Hannah, ain't you got something you could be doing? I mean, I know something need to be dusted. And Hannah told her, I'm looking at something that need to be dusted, calling that bitch a fossil. I was here for it. Then Hannah asked Veronica, did she give Benny that tow yard in that house? And Veronica like, hell no, what I look like? She told her, I would never take care. I don't pay for a man. I'm not going to take care of able-bodied man. I don't have to pay for men. And I was like, oh. Well, child, they have an exchange of words, and mostly Veronica was winning this here. Normally, you know, when they square up, Hannah been coming through lately, but Hannah didn't really win this war of the words between them two hoes this time, child. Child, next thing we know, we see Quincy sitting outside the car, sitting outside in a car outside of Hannah's house, child. He done revved the car up and drove the car into this woman's house, screaming and hollering, talking about he coming for you, Benny. Child, what the hell? Well, you know the nosy-ass neighbors done called Hannah and told her house on fire, and that somebody done drove their vehicle through her house, basically. And she tell Catherine, and Catherine kind of concerned about her, but Veronica was like, okay. So Catherine like, well, why is you acting this way, Veronica? What's wrong with you? And Veronica said, my house was on fire, and it was nice, and I didn't overact with it. I didn't cry over it. Child. Well, Catherine take her ass on over there to her house to check on it and stuff, because Veronica ain't got no fucks to give, so we know she wasn't gonna offer to take the bitch no damn well, okay? Well, child, we see Quincy going over to the hospital after he done did this shit, going to check up, I don't know if he was going to try to steal Quincy Jr. out of there or what he was doing. But he get over there and he see the social worker in there with her, and that lady telling him that he needs to go talk to the authorities because this child was abused in his care, and they got some questions for him, and he can't see him or be around him. Well, y'all know Quincy a fucking thug. He started choking that hoe out, and then he went over there in her briefcase and took some paperwork out, went over there to little Quincy, kissed him on the head and told him that he was gonna get him back. And child, did y'all see how that little boy, you could tell that some bad stuff happened to that child in his presence or in his custody, because that child was like backing up from him, kissing him like he ain't really want his daddy to put his lips on him, child. And child, I mean, that child wasn't here for that. And that pretty much was the episode now. Like I said, we got a couple of more episodes left over the next few weeks. And it look like Jim and Celine might actually wind up screwing again, child. Because I think that's what's going to happen next week, or it's going to happen on the finale episode. Also, we see Wyatt go see the DA. And he runs down what happened to him. I think he's going to tell her everything that happened, you know, them sending him to jail and shit and what happened to him. Because she trying to urge him to press charges. And I don't know if he's going to do it or not. But y'all, it is 3:02 in the a.m. And I am tired. I have dished out my reviews that I was behind on. So now I am fixing to lay my ass down and try to get me to sleep, since I got these reviews out and I am up to date. If you feel that you got something, because I missed out on Real World Now with Lady Nika, if y'all got something y'all want me to talk about this week, please email me with it or leave it in the comments below of this video, and I'll be more than happy to research it. Or if it's something that's a general topic, I don't have no problem talking about it. And we'll do that shit on Friday. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys Friday. Peace out.